Hey everyone, Jessianna Saville here from thekidneyrd.com. We are a group of renal dietitians that help people with kidney disease preserve their kidney function. So this whole week we're talking about intermittent fasting. It's a hot topic in the world of health, and we want to clarify what it means for people with chronic kidney disease or polycystic kidney disease, and how it can be helpful, and some things to watch out for, some things that we're taking into consideration. So a couple of things. First off, yesterday I talked a little bit about intermittent fasting, which again, if you weren't there, it is a timed eating pattern. Generally, it means you have 14 hours or 16 hours of not eating, but still drinking fluid, and 8 to 10 hours of like an eating period. So that's what intermittent fasting is. So there's a couple myths around intermittent fasting that are really, really critical for people with kidney disease to understand and make sure that you're not falling into these pitfalls. So I'm going to go through these 4 myths, and then I want to answer the question that came up in our social media yesterday is, can people with chronic kidney disease intermittent fast? So first myth is if you are using intermittent fasting in your daily life, it will slow your metabolism. True or false? False. That is a false statement. There is no research that I could find that intermittent fasting slows your metabolism. If anything, it helps kind of boost up and help your metabolism out quite a bit. So intermittent fasting does not slow your metabolism. If you intermittent fast, you're not going to gain a bunch of weight because you've maybe slowed down your metabolism because you're not eating. So myth number 2, and I'm looking over here at my notes. Myth number 2, if you intermittent fast, you can eat whatever you want when you eat. That is a very common myth, and primarily with weight loss, people are like, man, I haven't eaten for all this time, so I'm so hungry, I'm gonna eat whatever I want. That is definitely not true. People that intermittent fast, you still need to be very conscientious of what you eat during your period of eating. So for example, if you're like, man, like I really haven't eaten anything, and eat a whole bunch of salt, or maybe you're not conscientious about your hydration, those things can very negatively impact you. So it's very important that you understand, one, what are some of the best foods to use when you break your fast? So some higher fiber, higher fat options are a lot of things that we focus on. Good healthy fats, good high fiber, lots of fresh fruits and vegetables. So, and then what that means for the rest of your day. Okay, so myth number 2, if you intermittent fast, you can eat whatever you want. You can always eat whatever you want, but you want to make wise choices during that time when you're eating, because it will impact your health overall. Number 3, intermittent fasting is an effective strategy for slowing cyst growth for polycystic kidney disease. Now, there is research that shows a calorie reduction or intermittent fasting slowing cyst growth in the rat models. There hasn't been a human study on just those pieces. For us, this is not the only thing that you do. You don't just intermittent fast for polycystic kidney disease. If you follow that strategy alone and then just kind of, eat a generally healthy diet during your eating period, you're going to miss some big opportunities. So with polycystic kidney disease, you also should be conscientious about oxalate management. So that's not just a low oxalate diet. We talked a little bit about it last week. Has to do with calcium and citrate intake as well. Not going to get into those details right now, but just know that oxalates are something to be very considerate of as well as sodium intake. Those are huge pieces. And then depending on your stage of kidney disease, if you're looking at polycystic kidney disease, it's really important that you're conscientious of the protein you're eating, how much, what type as well. So intermittent fasting is not a one and done miracle cure for polycystic kidney disease. There's other considerations, but it is definitely one strategy that we employ and implement, because for us, it's a won't hurt and likely will help strategy for a lot of our clients. So that's number 3. Number 4 myth is intermittent fasting means no fluid and no food. Often when we think of fasting, it's it's everything. You don't put anything in your mouth other than your toothbrush to brush your teeth. That's not true. People with kidney disease need to be especially conscientious of their hydration. So if you eliminate all fluids during your fasting period, that could be pretty damaging for you. So for our clients, we highly recommend that they maintain a good hydration status, even if they're not actually eating calories. We are not fans of artificial sweeteners. Most of them we just really don't like. So we like people to consume water primarily. If we think there's an electrolyte risk, then we'll talk about an electrolyte drink for them. But usually we like good, wholesome water to maintain hydration status, maybe an herbal tea during that fasting period. So 4 myths in summary, just to recap. If you intermittent fast, you will slow your metabolism. False, you will not. If you intermittent fast, you can eat whatever you want. Number 2. Also false, lots of things that you still want to be conscientious of because lots of opportunities to preserve your kidney function. Number 3, intermittent fasting is an effective strategy for slowing cyst growth for PKD. That is true, but not exclusive. It's not the only thing you need to think about. And then myth number 4, intermittent fasting means no fluid or food during your fasting period. Also false. You definitely want to maintain a hydrated status. And then the last question that we had over social media is, if you have chronic kidney disease, can you still intermittent fast? And you can. There are some cases where I think it would be a great idea to run that past your physician or dietitian and talk about it. People with diabetes that have problems managing their blood sugar, they might need to be really careful about how they're going to implement intermittent fasting because you don't want to plummet your blood sugar levels and be in a hypoglycemic episode. But other than that, many people with chronic kidney disease can intermittent fast. It can be a very healthy thing for your gut. But like anything, before you start a new dietary regimen, great to talk with your dietitian or physician about the safety of it for yourself. Anyways, I hope that's helpful. That's all for today. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about actionable steps you can take if you want to implement intermittent fasting and a few of the tips and tricks we share with our clients. You can follow us on Instagram at The Kidney RD. I'm here on Facebook about 3 to 4 times a week doing a weekly live, and you can look in our library or go to YouTube and search The Kidney RD and also see all of our videos that we have done there if you want to catch up on some of the updates for chronic kidney disease. Visit us at kidneyrd.com where you can schedule a call with myself to talk about a nutrition strategy for you, and if our system or kind of our comprehensive approach is something that would work for you. All right, that's all, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.